Shalom and welcome to all my brothers and sisters. I was asked many times to speak on the subject of homosexuality and transgenders, so I thought I'd do so. It's been long overdue. Now, I want to state something to all my subscribers. I want you all to know that don't forget that many individuals who identify as gay, homosexual, transgender, or however they term the terminology, they will be watching this video as well. Understand this. And I don't make videos to attack individuals for no reason or to bash people because of their life choices. And this video is not going to be one of those videos. I was asked to give the Jewish understanding of homosexuality and transgenders, how we view things, where is our stance. Now again, I don't speak for every Jew. I speak only for myself. Each one of us have our own views, but in general sense, this is going to be correct. Tanakh, the Hebrew Scriptures, declares very clearly, first and foremost, in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 22, it says, "For Yehovah is the judge, Yehovah is our lawgiver, Yehovah is our king, he will save us. He is the judge, he is the great judge. Period. We have no business judging people. We are responsible for our own actions, what we do in this life. And therefore, we are responsible for our own sins." Now, I'm not saying that the Jewish stance is that we accept this or this is acceptable. No, it's not acceptable. I don't accept these sorts of actions or this kind of lifestyle for my own. I don't think it's okay. I don't acknowledge it. Many people ask about the so-called gay pride parades in Israel. I don't support those. I'm not happy about it. But on the other hand, I'm not going to stand outside and bash and say names and name call because that's not okay. It's not okay to cuss people out or trash or mistreat people or hurt people. People actually get beat up for being homosexual or transgender. And that's not okay. That's why you never see religious Jews on the street corners bashing and cussing out people for their lifestyle. You don't find Jews attacking or kicking. I'm not attacking right now Christians and Messianics, okay? But I'm saying I don't agree with the stance that some Christians do by standing out in the street corners and bashing people who are homosexual or transgender. It's not okay, and it's embarrassing to all of religion. And it gives religion in general a bad name. Now, we as Jews understand that there is one judge. Now, therefore, we are not allowed to persecute, to attack, or hit, or say slanderous or hateful things to individuals. Let me explain why, because a lot of people are going to be shaking their heads already, and I understand. You're going to be like, oh God, he's going soft on them. No, I'm not going soft. You have to understand, let's listen to the whole thing before you judge. In the Torah, it says very carefully, if you agree to keep all the words of this Torah, you see this many times when God is speaking to Israel, if they keep my Torah. So therefore, that's why you see in response, when Moses tells the people of Israel what God says, they say, all that God has said we will do and we will observe. It's an agreement. It's a contract. Where am I going with this? The fact of the matter is, as a Jew, we are following the Torah, which is our instruction, it is our light, but it is also a contract with God to keep His commandments. So therefore, people had a choice to either keep the Torah or not. Just as today, people choose to live a life of Torah or not. It is a contract with God. Do you understand? So therefore, those who did not accept the Torah or have not accepted the Torah right now are not required to keep those laws and mitzvot. Now, I'm not saying that what they're doing is okay. It's not okay. But again, we are not the judge. And they can turn to keeping the Torah later in their life. We don't know that. That's God's business, not ours. Now, do we have to accept what they teach or what they're pushing, the agenda and the movement? No, we do not. And I don't either. So I'm on both sides here. We're going to attack both sides here. Okay? I have no business. When I see someone who's homosexual or transgender, I'm not going to attack them. I will treat them with respect as a human being. I do not disrespect them. I don't snub my nose at them because, again, I'm a human being. They are human beings. I'm not going to attack them or persecute them or hit them. That's not okay. And as a Torah observant Jew, we are required not to mistreat the stranger. Don't forget that as well. And no, it's not just a stranger who is on your terms, it's all strangers. That means all non-Jews are to be treated with respect. We are not to mistreat them. So therefore, you have no business shouting out obscenities or attacking people because of their lifestyle. Now, you do not have to accept it. Again, there's both sides. No, you can say, I don't believe in this. I do not support this, and I don't stand for this, as I do. I do not think it's okay, the homosexual lifestyle. I do not think transgenderism is good for society. I don't accept it. I will not acknowledge it. And I teach my children, no, you will not say someone's a boy when they're not a boy, or they're a girl when they're not a girl. It's not going to happen. No. We're not going to destroy biology and science to accept something because someone thinks that they're a girl or thinks they're a boy. That has to be pushed in our face, and we have to, by gunpoint, we have to accept this. No, we do not have to accept this, and I do not accept this. Now, whatever you want to say for yourself, if you say that you're a boy when you're really a girl, or a girl when you're really a boy, that's your business. You could think whatever you want to do, but you're not putting a gun to my head. I'm not going to accept that. And if they're teaching homosexuality that is okay in the schools, I'm not okay with my children thinking that's okay. So if the school tries pushing that in my children's face, yes, I will have something against that. Because you have no business shoving that in my kid's face. If you're in a business, for example, we saw recently in the news, this person who owned a bakery business was attacked for not being willing to bake a cake for a homosexual couple. That person has a right to do that. You're putting a gun to their head and saying, no, you have to disregard your beliefs, your religion, to do this for our wedding. This is not okay. And this is exactly why we say this is an agenda. So, there's a balance, okay? We're not to be yelling in the streets and attacking people, but it doesn't mean we have to accept what they do. Like, for example, in Israel, they have gay parades. They have a lot of things that are an abomination to us. I'm not okay with it. It doesn't make me happy. It makes me sick to my stomach. This is supposed to be the Holy Land. But again, this happened in the biblical times as well. It's not the first time that Israel was, remember, Rome ruled over Israel in the Second Temple period. And Rome is ruling today. Everything you see around you is all Roman, Greco-Roman, everywhere you turn. So this is not the first time. In the Messianic age, this will not be tolerated. So therefore, there has to be a balance. Again, the Torah is a contract. You accept the contract, you accept the guidelines, and you stay by it. So therefore, someone who is Torah observant is not allowed to lay with a male as if he is a woman. It's not allowed. Therefore, if you keep in the contract, you're not allowed to do these things. This is for someone who agrees to keep the Torah. These are the stipulations. You understand?